time is 9:53 p.m. Good evening. The news headline says that defense ministers, bandits becoming a nuisance. Nigerians believe we are incapable. Bashiru Magashi, Minister of Defense, says that the bandits wreaking havoc on the northwest and north central are becoming a nuisance. He said President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed the need for urgency in dealing with them. The minister spoke on Tuesday after the National Security Council meeting, which took place at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. He said this meeting was called in order to keep the CNC abreast on the current happening in the northwest and north central in respect of the improvements, problems and any other thing associated with the insurgency, banditry, kidnapping and the rest of it. From the meeting, we believe that the speed at which these things are happening in Zamfara State and North Central is a source of concern to the government and to all security agencies that are responsible for execution of the operations in North Central. We discussed the need for urgency in our dealing with bandits. We believe they are becoming a nuisance, killing people. They are doing what they like. They make careless statements. They say what they think they should say in order to solicit the kind of audience they want from the society. We believe that we have gone a long way in keeping this country together. If one looks back prior to our coming 2014, you will find that there is a lot of improvement, but people are not seeing it anymore. They believe probably we are incapable or there is something which we don't know, but we are trying to find out why people are not appreciating the efforts of the government. We have appraised our position. We have found out that we are capable, we can do this thing, but we need the cooperation of every Nigerian in order to ensure a free society. During the security meeting, the president actually told the service chiefs and mandated that they find methods to deal with country's security challenges. And this has been the case. Via analysis, the defense minister said that bandits are actually becoming a nuisance and that Nigerians who believe that they are incapable are actually getting it wrong. The Minister of Defense says that bandits causing havoc in the northwest and also the north central are becoming a nuisance, and he told the President Muhammadu Buhari that there is need for urgency in dealing with them. The minister spoke after the National Security Council meeting, which took place in Abuja, saying that the current happening in the northwest and north central in respect to the improvements, that the problems and any other thing associated with insurgency, banditry, kidnapping and all of it, that the Nigerians have to understand that they have weighed the problems right from initial till now, and they notice that they are actually, making improvements. That it is not what it used to look back then compared to what it actually is now. Remember that sometimes ago that the Minister of Defense, Major General Sali Magashi, retired, said that Nigeria is in a critical situation considering the terrorist attack, banditry, kidnappings the country currently faces, where he spoke as 3 indigenes of a Zenum community in Kïllïñg local government area, Delta State, were on Sunday shot dead by rampaging gunmen suspected to be herdsmen along the road to a farm reserve at Ogonobo, a village in Edo State. The victims were a man, his son, and nephew, and this came on the day the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria (MAGBAN) distanced itself from assassination attempts on Benue State Governor Samuel Atam by gunmen on a Saturday. However, the Minority Caucus of the House of Representatives has called on security agencies to track and bring to justice those involved in the assassination attempts on the governor because it is a national threat. Speaking at the National Defense and Security Summit organized by Defense Headquarters with the team promoting kinetic operations as a major plank for counter-terrorism and counter-insurgency in Nigeria, the Minister of Defense actually called for support from the civilian populace and other major stakeholders to facilitate operational success and mission outcomes. He said that Nigeria's situation truly is critical. He said we are in a critical situation that requires the understanding, buy-in, and collaboration of important stakeholders and key players in this strategic option and national task. This is important to minimize distractions and maximize civil support in order to facilitate operational success and mission outcomes. And this summit is coming at a sobering time in the life of our dear nation, a time when merchants of violence are threatening to tear the very foundations of our nation, a time when diverse manifestations of security threats dot the landscape and impact individuals, communities, and almost all subnational entities in disconcerting ways, a time when fear and uncertainties pervades the land, and a time when global indicators of national insecurity give room for serious concern. Physical insecurity in Nigeria unexpectedly had brought forward and backward linkages to different shades and forms of national security, and indeed it is linked to political instability, economic underdevelopment, and social inequalities, and some other things are food insecurity and cumulative environmental degradation. And this indicates the multidimensional nature of national insecurity. And in view of these realities, the federal government of Nigeria has over the years applied a multilateral approach with our contiguous neighbors and multidimensional effort domestically. And in southern Nigeria, the security approach, but not limited to the convening of various stakeholders dialogue in the Niger Delta, mounting of single service, joint and special task forces, establishment of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), establishment of the Ministry of Niger Delta, declaration of the Presidential Amnesty Program for repentant Niger Delta militants, proscription of Independent Peoples of Biafra (IPOB), and the establishment of Multinational Maritime Coordination Central Zone E in the Gulf of Guinea. And the Minister of Defense is actually saying that with respect to all these things being said, that they are dealing with the nuisance bandits, and that this meeting that they have actually done at the presidential villa was in order to keep the CNC abreast on the current happening in the northwest and north central, and in respect of the improvements and problems, any other thing associated with insurgency banditry are actually in check by the federal government. And the federal government as well have been implored to make sure that they support and appraise the military to further do their best, and that they need the cooperation of every Nigerian in order to ensure a free society. And that is during the meeting where the president mandated that the security chiefs should find methods to deal with the country's security challenges. Good evening. Thanks for listening.